Saban Field at Rhett23 Stadium. A high-caliber, high-noon showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Arch Madness makes the grab, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically fuel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He might want another play. Throwing Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Russell on play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
Finding an escape route. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Just feeds the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Russell from the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There's a little room there. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keelan Russell. Under fire. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
With the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he's in! Touchdown, Bama!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Here's Arch to throw. Oh, they're after him. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try the right side. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They go play action with Russell. Pocket breaking down. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Russell. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got a little grass. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense doing what it does best. Get after the quarterback. That's their 3rd of the day. They're #1 in the nation at getting the quarterback on the ground. That's why they've had such a successful unit.
The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, he's going to bring it back from right in front of his own end zone. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Tide ready to roll on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He'll pull it down. Oh, what a move. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down, and you don't see the defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
What a great job by this defense. You get the 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page.
Grabbed outside the numbers, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession,
makes the catch, and he's free. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened.
Lots of room to run. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Arch is going to throw for it. Plucks it out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Bringing the heat, and they got it.
And man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Third down from the gun, Manning. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And now it's kind of decision time for this offense. It's been a great start to the football game. Moving the ball down the field, scoring 10 points on the first 2 possessions. Do you want the field goal to still be a 2?
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Manning. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Russell on play action. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Keelan Russell. He wants it all. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He got it, and that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a chance. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. And the Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a crease. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. To throw, Manning. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Now here's Manning. Fires to the middle. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Yeah, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Russell. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. To the air, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Go! They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here's Manning to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Alabama! And they turn it into a defensive score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing Manning. Gets open down the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Manning. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this is why this team is losing this game. they cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
And it's the Hoosiers in front right now as they look to get back over 500. And this is kind of the point in the season where you find out who you are. Week 5, a crossroads. Can this group find the right path? Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Throwing Russell. Rifles it down the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They boot it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Longhorn sending the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw. It's Manning. On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Delay to the back. It's Smothers. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
And And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Arch Madness. He's got the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Manning from the gun on third down. Hit as he throws. Working the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Manning on play action. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Art's going to spin it again. Now adjusting. Touchdown, Texas! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Keelan Russell. Here's a heat. Chase to the right. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They go play action with Russell. Rush is on him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Red 18, red 18. Blue 40, Wilkes. Blue 40, Wilkes. Splash moving, splash moving.
Off the play fake. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what he can do with it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Motion from the back. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Run it with the fullback. Fights off a defender. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Smothers. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Russell on play action. Buying some time as he moves left. On the move, he fires. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Russell fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown time. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Throwing Russell. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Manning. He'll take a deep shot here. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bama! The defense putting points on the board. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Looks like he's going to bring it up. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It Smothers. Look, could be an alley. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Back has it. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Arch is going to throw for it. Lets it fly. Caught at the 25. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Freeze. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a man, it's Manning. Finds his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Hydro. Q. Bubba. Slash. Go.
4th down, Manning. Unleashes one deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hauls it in. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They go play action with Russell. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Russell. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wide receiver. Going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To throw, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Sweep.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. He wants a big play here late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. He'll bring it out. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Manning to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Alabama! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets a block. He's got an alley. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Unleashes to the end zone. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, David.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them an absolutely